Be right with you, people. Just waiting on. Okay. You see, you know what, KTLA, you put us through this ad. Okay, there we go.
Some sort of bigger operation that was happening, but now the suspect that they were interested in is now fleeing on this motorcycle here as we make our way, continuing
Okay, sorry, this just took me a second.
on the 210 freeway. I know the indicator said
Westbound
so
210.
close to the center divider that the map
Be right with you, people. I need to get my.
westbound, but
That is not Gil Levis.
he is going westbound on the 210 freeway. If we get another angle, it'll
That's good. He's going westbound because it'll take us closer to downtown.
to the center divider of the 210 freeway, right at about baseline. So we're making our way into the Claremont area. Let me try and keep up here.
Almost done getting these notifications out. I'll be right with you,
So
people.
we're trying to keep up as best we can as we kind of have a long shot of this motorcycle, and at times we may have to be cautious as to how tight we keep a shot on this guy in case anything were to happen here on the freeway.
Well, it can't be any worse than what happened the other day as we weave around. Oh, my Lord in heaven. This traffic is picking up, and we are side drafting all of these Dodge Chargers on the 210.
That is on the 210 freeway. Looking up ahead, the traffic is fairly light, so he's got free rein here to keep up these speeds.
This is as loud as the volume gets.
Let me communicate here with.
But we are flying. We're doing 106 miles an hour on a two-wheel Dodge Charger on the 210 westbound coming out of Claremont. Oh my God, we're tight on the on the HOV as we just fly by all of these. Oh my Lord.
Shot a San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy.
What?
In Rancho Cucamonga, and there again we see him
shot a deputy?
down the freeway.
Oh, that's 5 stars. That's a 5-star want. Shooting a deputy. Oh boy.
He is taking it. Well, okay, I guess he's going to stay on the freeway.
And the recklessness, the danger of this speeds as we continue to just weave in and out. All it takes is one person not seeing this person flying up. At least we're getting off the freeway, or maybe an interchange here. But the want alone, 5 stars. Is it coming up to what is not? Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oncoming car! Almost a T-bone. Looks like he's getting back on the eastbound 210 now.
He's going to get right back on the 210 freeway, heading in an easterly direction.
Okay, while we have a minute, we can sleep when we're dead, but for now, boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go, Jason. 1:32 p.m. Pacific time, Monday, October 27th. 5 stars for the want in a shooting suspect of an officer. High rates of speed, 100+ miles an hour.
Riding about 150 miles an hour, so they were having.
We have a TFR downtown, says someone in the chat. Nix, do you happen to know for what? The Dodger game has not started yet. Is it Dodger game related? But we are on the 210, which is thankfully a ways away.
Making his way back from Claremont towards Rancho Cucamonga. You can see the town sign there that just went through frame. So now back in that.
Julia Dang is on the call. He's got his hand up. He's got his left hand up in the air doing something. Waving. Oh my God. Oh my God. A CHP chippy on a 2-wheel almost pit maneuvered him with a. It's always something different.
CHP. I don't know if any of the other agencies.
A slow-moving CHP, a chippy on a 2-wheel almost made contact with him.
As well as the sheriff's department that were at the location there in Rancho Cucamonga, in that neighborhood where the deputy reportedly was shot. Believe possibly by this person. At least they are acting as if this is the person of interest. They had surrounded the home.
Shooting suspect. This will not end well. I don't know how. Allegedly armed, shooting a suspect. Not going to have much patience. And CHP involved. Very sticky with their chases.
To track it from the helicopter and then just stay in proximity in the event that this comes to a stop either on his own, or worst case scenario, he manages to collide with anything here on the freeway. So now back.
Oh my God, look at these speeds.
The 210 freeway here. At over,
Golly!
it doesn't take much for somebody not to see this guy. And
Oh my God, look at the chippy!
the CHP.
Oh, he's keeping up with him!
Wow, that is some riding right there.
Oh my, this is so dangerous. 130 miles an hour, he's right there.
A little closer to speeds of 150 miles an hour, which we saw, at least according to our Sky 5 map at times. It was indicating about 150 miles an hour. So definitely a fast-moving motorcycle, possibly armed. Again, they believe this person in connection with that deputy that was shot. So they're gonna, they're under the assumption this person could.
At least
be
we're
armed.
slowing down a little bit.
And okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa! He's right on his ass.
Actual possibility to do a pit maneuver, motorcycle to motorcycle? That doesn't seem very safe.
That would be fatal, probably.
Yes, for both.
Oh, any wreck at these speeds.
He got very close there as he was having to brake, but no, I would be surprised.
That would be stunning if he hits him on the freeway. It was instant death.
As well, especially at these speeds. So I'm not entirely sure what what kind of intervention that motorcycle could do other than just keep up with him and show this person that he is being pursued and he needs to bring this to a stop. Those CHP motorcycles, they do have speakers on them, so he could make an announcement. Whether or not it's going to do any good, it's hard to say. But he
Cruising along. He's got no hands on the wheels. He's got no hands on the bars.
we just saw
Is it that easy to drive a two-wheel with no hands?
on the freeway
He has no hands on either.
that he had just
Here's a car. What did I? Oh my God! What did I fucking say? What did I fucking say? No.
on the motorcycle. I was just getting ready to push in. It looked like
He had no hands.
on the seat.
I can't.
It's possible that somebody there at state
What?
Okay, we just lost
turned
our.
around and was riding backwards.
He was trying to.
We should be back here. We had to.
He was trying to do what?
He was trying to do a motorcycle trick at over 100 miles an hour. Is that what you're saying?
A trick? Well, he had no hands on the steering
Around
on purpose.
on the seat just before
They have to shut down traffic on the freeway. People are doing 80 miles an hour, have to come to a complete standstill stop. This is going to create a logjam. We got cars coming up having no clue what's going on here. We have emergency units. This is just chaos.
outside of the 210 in Upland. I'll try and get you a better locator. You can see the shopping center that's just adjacent of the freeway. And now all lanes of the 210 freeway are shut down as you approach. Let's see what this is. This is going to be Campus.
Hold on. Let me put on a network that's going to have a replay.
Just before Campus Avenue here on
Hold
the
on.
eastbound side of the 210. You can see the
Bear with me, people.
CHP
Just bear with me for a second.
well. They have a break
Your
that
screen
is
where
starting
that white truck
just
is, you're
west of
seeing
this,
the
and
scene
they'll hold all
at
lanes here.
the
They could be
officer-involved shooting where that deputy was in fact involved in this shooting. And we believe, again, the pursuit happened because of this, and that is why they were following that motorcyclist on the 210.
Oh, we had
So,
Stu.
again,
Oh, I
on the
missed
right side of
Stu.
your screen, you're looking at the area and the neighborhood where that shooting took place in San Bernardino. Stu.
Sandra, we're getting confirmation that is the suspect. We've got confirmation from our assignment desk that is the suspect that it was wanted for what started as some sort of burglary at Victoria Gardens, then turned into a deputy-involved shooting blocks away from that mall, and then now you can see that there was a crazy pursuit on that 210 freeway, ending in that tragic crash out there. Now as far as we can tell, I don't want to get too gory because I know we are still live, but there are actual paramedics
Stop
down
it.
there that are
Someone in the
with
chat.
police department that are
Stu might lose him. Not the time. Oh my God, look at the wrong side of the road he was on the whole fucking, right before we went live.
My question is is for.
Oh, he was on the wrong side of the road going head on.
We do know that that motorcycle collided with, or basically bumped into the side of a civilian's vehicle.
Yeah.
And I just don't know where that civilian's vehicle
This
is.
is
I'm
so
hoping that
dangerous,
person
man.
is okay.
Putting other people at
And
risk.
again, at the time of the crash, we all saw it live. He was actually, he had taken off his backpack. He didn't even have his hands on the handlebars,
Right.
and he was going through.
Dude, that was something out of Sons of Anarchy.
And while he was on the freeway, at any rate, coming to a crashing end. That suspect now in custody.
That's the final scene from
He's gonna be on the
Sons of Anarchy with
eastbound
Jax.
210 freeway. We're going to be in the Rancho Cucamonga upland area. Excuse me, we're in the upland area right now. You can see all lanes are stopped. They may be like this for some time. There might be some traffic issues. You can see some of the first responders from the fire department, paramedics arriving.
Look how dangerous this was, man.
Hopefully they do transport that suspect. But again, what a wild and unfortunate ending to what's been going on out here in the Rancho Cucamonga
Right,
area.
and Stu, we were just looking at a double box on the right side of your screen earlier. You were seeing the pursuit as it happened before we got to this point of the collision on the 210 freeway, and we are going to show once again how this ended up tragically in.
If you don't want to watch, they're about to show it.
Location. We do want to remind viewers.
If you
that
don't want to
this
watch,
is
turn it
going
off.
to watch.
They're about to replay the
This
crash.
pursuit happened
You have an
here.
opportunity to
We
not
were there
watch.
around 1:30. There it is. That's
Oh, and the bike
collision.
landed on him too.
And how we got to this point on the 210. But there you saw the motorcyclist distracted with hands off the handlebar and then ramming into the side of that innocent
He
motorist
ran on top of it.
vehicle
Oh, he's moving.
traveling along the 210.
Oh, he's definitely
But
moving.
chief deputies do believe and have confirmed that this is the suspect.
He was trying to
who
squirm
in a
away,
deputy-involved
it looked
shooting
like.
That happened in San Bernardino.
What? You just didn't
And
see him?
once again,
He's looking straight ahead.
it's tough to watch, but time and again we cover these pursuits. We don't know what motivates these people to take on.
That wasn't as bad as the
the
one on the
authorities,
110.
And obviously, we never know how it's going to end. And unfortunately, in this situation, it is involving medical personnel on the scene, and obviously a devastating crash like this.
Chat saying the car swerved in front of him. From that angle, it's tough to see because he was so zoomed in.
Well, Sandy, I'm having a lot of trouble with the IFB, but I just want to, say just a little bit is, we don't, or I personally don't know the condition of the deputy that was shot, that started up pretty much all of this or put it all into motion. I do hope that that deputy is going to be okay. Law enforcement, they are out here in force. They were out there at that condominium in force looking for that suspect.
Yeah, the original want.
How he made that quick departure.
The original want was shooting a suspect, or shooting an officer.
They probably definitely have paramedics on board. We're going to keep an eye on it to see if they or how they treat that suspect. Meaning, are they going to put this person on a gurney, or is it going to be something else?
We just watched the Fox 11
As far as
replay.
that freeway goes, also got to put it out there is if the eastbound 210 is your ride today, especially through the upland area, I would definitely make other plans.
When we get an update, when we clear this, we'll run back Stu's call live on Fox 11.
Where that suspect goes from here.
All right, we are getting information into the newsroom that this all apparently started, as you mentioned, Stu, with an apparent shoplifting incident at Victoria Mall. That is where the origin of all this happened, and then the scene moved on to an apartment building across the street in that location, and that is where somehow, apparently, there was a deputy-involved shooting, and then they witnessed this suspect on a motorcycle just take off, high speeds, Stu, as you were following this whole situation, reaching up to what?
Crazy.
170 miles per hour on a motorcycle? Going
Those
along
130
the
speeds with the
traffic.
chippy chasing him were fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, extremely
So
reckless
dangerous, and
driving.
people are doing 80 miles an hour looking like
When we
they're
got on the freeway, that's when the
sloths
speeds got
out
low with
there,
the triple
slow
digits.
moving. They're
When he
doing
was on Bay
80.
Creek, making his way from the Victoria Gardens up to the 210. That was basically the entire ride was weaving back and forth through oncoming traffic. So he was driving the wrong way on Day Creek, making his way up to the 210 freeway. Once he got on that freeway, though, he really did open it up. But, you know, even the law enforcement, the California Highway Patrol, they did have some vehicles that were not keeping up, but staying close enough that they were nearby. And then you saw that motorcycle officer make that attempt to maybe bring this to an end. But
Yeah, even the eastbound side is slowing down because people are, all right, here's another angle. Here's the Chippy. Oh my God, the Chippy ran right up next to him. Oh, had to hit the brakes and slow down as the suspect was taunting him.
But the suspect then ramming a little bit into the CHP officer and then
Taunting the officer, slowing down, almost got him to ram into him.
you know, I would love to sit down or have a talk with some officers from the California Highway Patrol, especially their motorbike division, because I wonder what the protocol is for something like that. That was a dangerous maneuver, but again, the officers that are out there on patrol, they weigh their risk with with what that suspect is wanted for at all times, and that is one of those ones that, he's taking that risk, knowing that this is a very wanted suspect, but I don't know what the plan was.
Oh, here,
I've never
yeah, that-
seen a motorcycle try to pit another motorcycle. I am moving.
That was so close to being a motorcycle pit. That would have been the first of my life.
Not fatal, I can tell you that. That person is actually sitting up right now. They've got the neck brace on. They have paramedics working with him, so he's definitely going to be going to a hospital. There's much relief there in my voice because I just don't. A day at work where we watch anybody pass.
Yeah, he was
is not a good
squirming,
day
trying to
at work.
fight the cops when he was being arrested after.
Feeling a lot better. That suspect in custody, and again, what a crazy crash that was. And take a
Look what
at
it's
that
done to the 210. All of these vehicles had to come to a slamming stop with trucks and whatnot behind them.
Through, but California Highway Patrol, they're kind of opening up one lane to get everybody by, but how long this is going to be here, it's going to be some time. But all of this,
I'm not sure. Was this San Bernardino PD? I think it was CHP.
This all started with shoplifting.
But yeah, San Bernardino is much different than LA County.
It astounds all of us every day.
Yeah, it turns on a moment's notice something that started with shoplifting.
Started
then
with
escalated
shoplifting.
into a deputy-involved shooting, and then putting the lives of so many people at risk with a suspect taking off on a motorcycle, weaving in and out of traffic to oncoming cars, and then reaching triple digits on a freeway. All for what, again, as you originally said,
Is that him?
shoplifting incident. And there you see the
He's just
suspect
chilling.
there sitting up. But that collision from the suspect on a motorcycle colliding and ramming into the side
Oh my
of
God.
an innocent motorist on
Yeah.
the 210 freeway right there, and then watching the suspect fly off the motorcycle right there is really hard to watch, but at least we do see that the suspect is in medical care right now, sitting up. But clearly we don't know how the deputy is doing in terms of the situation there near Victoria Mall. So clearly we want to check on that deputy as well. But what a scary situation.
The
So
status
many
of the
more others
deputy
are
that was
being
shot is
targeted
unknown, by the
through
way,
all
that
this.
started all this.
And clearly you just never know how things are going to turn out.
It's always something different.
Definitely never know how these come to.
This
an
one
end.
deserves a
That
wasted because he's
was
sitting up.
Very dramatic, and it just also.
Been a while since I brought out the wasted one.
At the time of the collision, didn't even have his hands on the handlebars. He was going through his backpack for whatever reason while that collision.
Yeah, 4's in the
happened.
chat. We are definitely
Again,
code 4.
Right now, my thoughts are definitely for that deputy.
Oh, he's so lucky he just fell straight on his back. The bicycle seat cushion fell on him. Look at all these cars that have to come to us. Oh my God. How many of those in the HOV lane slamming their brakes?
To make sure that the freeway does stay stopped while they come make their way against traffic right there. Let's get that off ramp.
They're fine replaying it because the guy's sitting up. He's fine.
They have a medical helicopter.
Look at that.
Inbound.
Look at that. Floating through the air.
The street that's going to be Campus. Campus Avenue is the off ramp, but on that 210. But now we understand they're bringing in an air vac, probably for that suspect.
Right, and we showed the disturbing crash once again, how this all happened. And as you mentioned, the motorcyclist had his hands off the handlebars, digging into
They
his
just take all of
backpack
his
right
clothes
there, but
off?
Obviously showing very comfortable behavior on that motorcycle throughout the whole entire pursuit because of the speeds.
That's right.
he was
AirVac.
reaching, plus
AirVac
the way
hospital
he was
bill.
driving and
Bankrupt for the
comfortably
rest of your life.
being
Shit
approached
costs
by
like
a
6
CHP
figures
motorbike
if you don't
officer
have
as
health
well,
insurance.
And then evading that person, and then ultimately crashing along the side of a vehicle right there. You do see the suspect, he flew off the motorbike and then kind of slid on his back and then ended up in the position he is right now. But obviously medics are tending to him. He is sitting up. The suspect is alive. But watching that horrific crash just goes to show how dangerous it is. Anytime a suspect decides to go on a pursuit like this, it's a danger to not only the suspect's lives, law enforcement lives, but the public at large.
It's actually a little bit of a testament to what a lot of these motorcyclists wear. I would venture to say he probably had some sort of body armor on for himself, not for being bulletproof, but if getting into an accident like that. I believe that what I'm showing you guys right there is the actual backpack. All of that's going to be portions of evidence. During that pursuit earlier on, I did see something fall out of the back of the motorcycle. I wasn't sure if that was out of the backpack. Maybe it was some of the items that were being shoplifted at one point. But right now, that suspect, by the grace of
Everything.
he is still alive. And
Divine forces kept that man alive.
for sure. The freeway does look like they're going to try to open up one lane. And again, now we're hearing words that they may be bringing in a helicopter to airlift that suspect to a local hospital. But that was one of the most dramatic endings for a pursuit that I've seen in a while. And to say that that rider is still alive, that's just amazing.
As we go through the footage, Stu, that you and your crew in Skyfox were able to capture throughout this whole pursuit and involving that collision right there where we're ending up on the 210 near Campus exit, but we do see that there is a handgun on the scene right there strewn about. It might be difficult for you to get eye on that right now, but our footage does indicate that there is a weapon there. So when we talk about this suspect perhaps being involved in the deputy-involved shooting that happened earlier in San Bernardino, and then again, all stemming, if you're just joining us, from a shoplifting incident from the Victoria Mall. That's how it all escalated. And perhaps as we were watching this motorcyclist on his bike about reaching
medevac.
40 miles per hour, you see
About to land on the highway.
The medevac,
This is chaos.
Yes.
Making a landing on the 210 to get
Medevac
to that
on the
suspect who
210.
needs medical care as soon as possible. But clearly, this is a situation that completely escalated out of control. And as we saw that suspect right before making that collision into that vehicle, you saw him reaching into the backpack, perhaps trying to get that weapon. Who knows? But there is a weapon on the freeway right there.
He may have been reaching for it. Who knows? When he had no hands on the steering.
Sandra, that's what we're hearing as well. We were kind of looking around for it. Nothing is jumping out at me as it would be. Maybe we can move around a little bit more and see if we can get a different angle. Perhaps it's being blocked by a vehicle. But right now, that suspect definitely going into getting medical care. And also, I can tell you that at the shooting scene, we definitely saw a weapon on the ground as well. I would venture to say that that was the deputy's weapon. But as far as a gun on the ground here, I believe it. I just have yet to actually spot it with our camera right now.
And so many times, Stu, you've covered these pursuits, and we've witnessed it as well. When there is a chase going on. Oftentimes, the suspects are trying to ditch whatever evidence they have on their body, in their car, right? They're throwing things out of their vehicle or motorcycle or bag, whatever they're carrying, thinking that it'll help their situation, but clearly that's not the case.
Well, in this case, definitely not, especially if the weapon is out here on the roadway somewhere, then we're definitely, they're definitely going to see it. But, his helmet came off. That's kind of giving you an indication of the force of that impact when he when he hit that vehicle and then landed on his back. But right now, though, you can see law enforcement walking around. They are putting out a lot of markers out there. All those markers are something that indicate, what was inside that bag. And those actually may be, I would almost say that those are bullets. So, this coming to the end the way it did is probably the best outcome. Seeing if maybe that suspect, and again, maybe we're just speculating, was reaching into that backpack trying to get a weapon, that would have been I just wonder where this could have gone. And thank goodness nobody did lose their life on this portion. And again, I'm hoping that deputy is going to be okay.
Absolutely. We are hoping to get word from the Sheriff's Department to see the condition of that deputy and any further information from that scene as well. But when we're talking about the 210 freeway right here around Campus exit,
Man, they've got
there
him.
you see the suspect
Look at all that
transported
tape. They've
right
got
now on
him
the gurney.
strapped to that gurney.
Clearly needing
Probably
medical attention,
handcuffed.
obviously, and
All
you
sorts
showed
of blue
all those
tape having
markers
him
on the 210.
immobile.
Those are all evidence markers that now detectives will have to pour through, piecing this scene together, really identifying everything that was strewn about.
Are those
in this
bullet?
debris field
Are those
from the
bullets?
accident. And you can see the traffic backup that has created as well. But
Those look
given
like
the
bullets.
the extent of damage right
Did
here.
it fall out of
this
his
is a
bag
crime
or
scene.
come out of the gun?
Backup will last for quite some time. This scene is going to take a while to process. So no word yet on when all those
Could be
lanes
the
will
same bullets
reopen.
used to shoot the
Maybe
officer
one
from
can
before, yeah.
reopen,
This is
quicker
going to be a
than
huge
usual,
investigation.
but,
He said it to
clearly this is gonna
the
take a
VAC.
long time to process. So if anyone is in that area, make sure to avoid the 210 by Campus. But there you're looking at the suspect being transported.
Sonic did
right
drop
now,
his
right,
rings.
Stu?
Yes, that definitely be. I'm sorry, Sandra. The IFB is just so scratchy up here, and for the folks that are listening, the IFB is how I can hear Sandra and the people at the station communicating with me in the helicopter. But definitely that suspect going into the Sheriff's Department at San Bernardino Sheriff's Air Rescue, that's going to be their Bell helicopter. We're going to rush them off to a local hospital and definitely going to be charged. There's no doubt about that. And as far as this being a crime scene, I can guarantee you that 210 is going to be closed for a while. California Highway Patrol might try to open up one lane, but as far as all that evidence all over the roadway down there, a lot of that I can make out being bullets. Those definitely seem to be bullets, but as far as the actual gun, I have yet to see that. But I am told it is visible on the roadway down there. We'll try and find it. But again, this suspect in custody, wanted for the shooting of a Rancho Cucamonga police officer / deputy after a short foot pursuit from just what we believe to be a shoplifting incident at Victoria Gardens. It's just how this
All right.
quickly all of this escalated.
Let's do this. Ranger, I appreciate you putting this in the chat. Supposedly we have an angle from another vehicle of the crash. Might provide some further explanation on this. Hold on one second. Play this for the people that. Just give me a second here to load it up. Is it in this person's replies? It is, okay. That's just the NBC4 crash angle. I don't see any other videos besides the Okay, so we don't have that available. What we do next is I want to hear Stu Mundell's call when it originally happened.
And have sit down or have and that's getting up close, making their presence known. Hopefully this driver makes the right decisions. As it stands right now, look at those numbers. We're just coming out of the triple digits, and it does seem like he's slowing down. Hopefully it's going to come to an end. But you have to remember, you have to remember that suspect is wanted for a deputy-involved shooting.
Just want to hear what Stu said when it originally
So,
happened.
yes, law enforcement, they are going to try to bring this to an end. They might use some non-practical ways to bring it to an end. But take a look at that, Sandy. Just moving along. Yep. Yes, definitely. And was the motorcycle officer maybe trying to get up close to the...
I feel like it's going to
to the
catch him by
suspect to bring
surprise.
that suspect down? Maybe. This is one of those ones where it is just...
All right, hands are off the wheels. It's coming up here.
I just don't want to see anybody lose their life this afternoon, especially not on our cameras. You can see this rider clearly is very comfortable with the way they are handling that motorcycle, but that doesn't mean that this is any kind of safe.
Yeah,
Right
he's
now,
reaching for something right there.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Wow.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah. Wow, pretty low key there from Stu. He was reaching for something. So at the moment the car in front of him swerves into that lane, he's reaching for something in the left pocket. Even though his helmet is faced forward, he may have been for a second just looking at his leg. And it was that moment where the stars aligned, where that vehicle swerved into lane number 1. He goes for the pocket, and then the crash occurs. Right? That seems pretty practical, I think.
Skill. I do not possess the same skill that...
Let me just close a couple of these, and then I'll try and find this other angle that you guys are talking about. All right, I'm just gonna give me a second.
It looked like some sort of
It did
weapon.
look, it did. I agree with
Absolutely.
you.
I'm not sure if it's a less than lethal. It could be a water gun. We have no idea, but it looked like a weapon.
And now he's reaching back. He's reaching. Oh,
no.
my goodness.
He just crashed. He
Wow.
rear-ended another car.
Wow. He was reaching back on his motorcycle.
Looked like
in
a
case.
It looked.
Now he's reaching back. He's reaching. Oh,
no.
my goodness.
That angle's ABC's hard
He
to.
rear-ended another car.
Wow. He was reaching back on his motorcycle. And now he's reaching back. He's reaching. Oh,
no.
my goodness.
He just crashed.
That person may have been driving, just didn't look in the rear view mirror, didn't see a motorcycle flying up in a different. It just honestly, it looks like bang bang,
It looked like some.
just one of those aligning of the stars. And he's doing such high rates of speed too that there is no braking at those speeds. It takes a considerable amount of time. Wow, people. Well, that was a 5-star chase. The definition of Some of you in the chat, I see, were not in the room when the chase originally occurred. And that is why you need to follow the account and turn your notifications on, not only on Twitch, as well as at Skywob Alerts in the top left corner of your screen. At Skywob Alerts will ensure, as a backup, if there is a chase within 4 hours of a previous Twitch stream, that you will not miss. And we've seen from these past couple chases, we have seen you need to be here in the first 5 minutes or so. So do turn on those noties. Noties only go out when there is a chase. All right. On that note, it has been a pleasure, my friends. I'm going to sign off today. It is early. It's 2:04. Chases breed chases. I'll be going live with my pregame show for the NBA around 3:15, so I'll be back in an hour or so. And until then, wow. I can't believe we walked away from that one, but rather fortunate. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys on the timeline. Deuces.